Hey guys, what is up? What's happening? What's good in the neighborhood? This is Dr. Carmen coming at you live from my kitchen on the sun coast of Florida, where we are going to talk about some hot food and some hot topics. I'm trying to get in range here. Excuse my hand. It's just been difficult because Mimi can't operate the camera yet, so she can't help. She's not a good assistant. I am so sorry. Apologies, apologies. Bear with me. Oh, goodness gracious. Ah, all right, and we're back. Sort of. It's going to be one of those kind of days, people. One of those days. And that's why we started cooking early because we wanted to get ahead of the day. Um, As you're hopping on, say hello. Tell me where you're watching from. I am on StreamYard doing this, so it doesn't always come all the way through. So you actually have to give me your name and give StreamYard permission to post your comments. All right, it's just not working. Like I said, it's one of them days when it won't go right. So happy and sad. I had some plans for y'all. It's one of them days. Baby, 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 baby. It's just one of them days. And we just have to go with it, flow with it. All right. So I think we're doing better now. Hey, it's me. So give StreamYard permission to post your comments so I can talk back at you. Say hi. You are catching me live because that red live button is on in the left-hand corner. So it is facebook.com/StreamYard to give them permission to show your stuff. Okay. StreamYard's giving me all kinds of messages now that we got the tech stuff going. So what we're doing here, and I forgot to turn off the phone so the phone won't interrupt me, but we made rack of lamb. It's first time doing the rack of lamb. I decided to put my Yemeni spices on it for my Yemeni chicken mandi. That comes with cumin powder, coriander, black pepper, cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, turmeric, and red chili powder, which I substituted cayenne powder because I don't have any red chili powder. So all of that to say, I wanted to make the meat a little different instead of what I do all day, every day. So that's why we use the Yemeni. It's a little bit more Middle Eastern. I was going to go Mediterranean, but I think this is close enough. And I know it tastes great on the chicken. So what we did earlier is we trimmed the fat on our rack of lamb and put it in our Instapot crock pot over here, and put it on for an hour on low heat, low pressure cooking on the meat setting, and sprinkled it with that Yemeni seasoning. I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in the bottom. We also used our handy dandy rack, which I use for ribs, so why not use it for a rack of lamb? Yes, you can do this rack of lamb in the oven, but y'all know I'm about saving time. I'm saving time because I set it to start cooking before I was ready to get done from work. And I also save time because Instapot, Crock-Pot halves the cooking time. So what would normally take 8 hours for ribs takes only 4 hours for the ribs, and then 30 minutes if you want to crisp them up. This only took me an hour to do the rack of lamb, so it was all good. And you see how beautiful it came out. I'm going to taste a little bit of the meat that was on the fat back. I didn't want to lose it, just so y'all see what's what. That's good. I also threw a little garlic powder on here. Mm, that's yummy. But I got the rack of lamb from my favorite place, one of them, Aldi's, which has good meat prices. I'm still looking for a good international food store because I understand they have even better meat prices. So if you are on the Sun Coast of Florida, hit me up with your suggestions for a good international meat market. These are our mustard greens in this pot. So I put them in some water. You just saw me put some Creole seasoning on them. Usually you would fry them up with a little bit of onions first. You know, you get a little bit more flavor. And salt and pepper. I've already put Himalayan pink sea salt on them. And the garlic. I already put the garlic on them. And we're going to be good to go. The smells in here are amazing. Excuse my back while I get some more water. They shouldn't take long to cook, and you can put this over rice with the rack of lamb, which I'm going to cut and maybe do 3 of the lamb chops for tonight. Good, healthy meat. Lamb is good, lean meat. This lamb does not have any of the hormones or the antibiotics in it. It's fresh. It had some good fat on it. As you can see, I trimmed the fat, but again, there was some meat stuck to the fat that I didn't want to lose. So I went ahead and cooked the meat. I couldn't get it thin enough. I think that's all of it. No, there's still some more in here that I'll have to cut away. It's really good. Look at that. Look at that. So yummy. And like I said, easy peasy. Now, if you're keto like me, you might want to use some cauliflower rice instead of white rice, because that is still keto. Oh, good. So the hot topics today is stress, y'all, and performance anxiety. As you know, the Olympics are going on, and my girl Simone Biles is struggling with some performance anxiety / stress. And it's apparent that she's been struggling with this for a long time. It's not uncommon for elite athletes, but I know it's also common for people in the workforce who are trying to get a promotion, trying to get all the bonuses, all the rewards, all the things. They put so much pressure on themselves, and people in college and graduate school, medical programs, other graduate programs. You put so much stress on yourself that you psych yourself out, no pun intended. And you stop doing the things that you need to do to make that stress more manageable, make that stress so that you can still function and still reach your goals without burning yourself out. I was watching another icon, Chalene Johnson. She was talking about why she left the fitness industry, and how much it was stressing her out to try to meet all of those unrealistic standards, and the fact that she was not being helpful to her own self and her own body, mentally, nutritionally. She was working out too much. She called herself an orthorexic because she was exercising 3 hours a day. She was eating nothing but protein bars and protein drinks and pre-workout drinks and post-workout drinks, and up all night, up early, and it just is not sustainable. And she said it took a toll on her body when she went into the Amen Institute and got herself scanned and checked out. It took a toll on her mental, as far as being able to think clearly, remember things, and she already had ADHD. It took a toll on her emotions. She was crabby. She was unhappy. She didn't have any energy to do anything. She wasn't enjoying life anymore. I can speak to that. I'm stressing myself out a few years ago before I got back on a more healthy routine. It is possible to get off of the stress mobile. Honestly, it is possible. It takes effort, but it is possible. And you can still achieve the things you want to achieve by pacing yourself, by taking time to relax, taking time to get still, taking time to combat those stress thoughts that you're having about not being enough, not being good enough, not measuring up, feeling like you're always a failure, feeling like things are always hard for you. There's a lot more that you can do. So to kind of take yourself out of that stress rat race, take yourself out of that hamster wheel of stress, and help you perform better, help you be healthier. Because, folks, that's the other cost of staying on the stress wheel. It's that your body breaks down. It's that you're more susceptible, you're more likely to get infections, rashes, headaches, heart attacks, um, just having your body say, hey, we ain't liking this. Bad stuff is going to happen. I'm going to give you a stroke, or I'm going to make it so that you're having terrible pain. I'm going to make it so that you have to pay attention. You know, your shortness of breath, you can't breathe. You can't wake up in the morning. You're too tired. You can't get things done. You feel like you're slugging through. Been there, done that. Don't want to do it again. So that's part of the reason why I am talking about this hot topic. I'm so glad that somebody as prominent as Simone Biles and Michael Phelps, too, who's brought a lot of information as far as depression in the ranks, and some of the other athletes on the NBA talking about how, you know, depression and mood disorders and stress can affect them, affect their ability to be present for their family, for their partners, all of those things, and be present at their passion. You know, you can't be present at your passion if you're stressed out. Hey, Glenda, what's up, girlfriend? So, and I think I told you, wow, it's been a month already. I was stressing again about making a change professionally, and that left me open to shingles. So another way your body's like, look, I'm gonna sit you down if you don't sit yourself down. You know, I don't know about you, but I don't want to get those kind of wake up calls, you know, about sitting myself down because I'm not doing it for myself, you know, about family saying, you know, hey, take a break, take a break. And she had people in her life, Shalene did, telling her to slow down. Now, not everybody does, because she also had some other people who were putting on more pressure to look a certain way, to lose more weight on her little bitty 5'2" frame so she could look even thinner on camera. And she looked like skin and bones at one point. So that's not good either. So surround yourself with good people who will be actually looking out for you, telling you when you went too far, that you need to change it up. Let's see. These are the mustard greens. I finally found some mustard greens at Winn-Dixie, and I've been saving them, saving them, saving them. Oh my God. This might be worth nuking some cauliflower rice, because it's so good. And it is so done, and it is so on and popping in this kitchen. And again, I'm eating late because I've had a long day, but I wanted to share the hot food in the hot kitchen with you guys. So here's the greens with the pot liquor. If you know from pot liquor, drop some pots or put pot in the comments. I made sure I got some pot liquor, but this time it's made with avocado oil instead of vegetable oil. And like I said, here is our rack of lamb that we did in the crock pot, so that while I was working, dinner was getting ready. Because you know, these greens don't take that long. Just while I've been here with you, about 20, 25 minutes, they're done. I seasoned the rack of lamb with some Yemeni spices from a Yemeni chicken mandi recipe. All things that you have in your cabinet or should have in your cabinet, except for maybe the cardamom, the coriander, and the cumin. Otherwise, everybody's got cinnamon. Everybody's probably got cloves, turmeric. And instead of the red chili, we substituted cayenne powder. But if you want some more recipes like this, again, drop recipe in the comments. If you want to have me try some recipes you've been wondering about and want to make them healthier, drop that in the comments as well. And they have recipes for desserts, recipes for main entrees, recipes for snacks in my group. You are welcome to check in on that. And we also have a lot of things like, how to get moving, how to drink your water, how to tone up. All of those things are in my special group. I would love to invite you if you're not already a part of it. Just drop group and it is absolutely free. I'm also taking names for the wait list for the next challenge. So if you're interested in the next challenge, which includes eating right, exercising, staying hydrated, getting your mind right with your relationship with food and health and all the things, drop waitlist in the comments below and I will get back to you. So I'm going to go eat my food before it gets too much later. I don't like to wait this late because I have to stay up for another 3 hours to make sure that everything digests well and that, my system's not thrown off by that, because Dr. Ryan says you really should stop eating 3 hours before you go to bed. That way your body gets optimized while you're sleeping and you have all the good stuff floating around when you wake up in the morning. So that's all I got to say. Those are the hot topics. You saw my hot food. If you like my hot food, put some hearts in the comments. Glinda, this is my Instapot crock pot. I use the rack in here to put my lamb on instead of putting it in the oven. As I was telling everybody earlier, it cuts your cooking time in half to use the Instapot. We cooked it on low for the slow cooker, and it was still ready within about an hour. So we're just gonna reheat and eat, y'all. We're gonna grub out. So if you want more stuff like that, I don't do a whole lot of Instapot recipes. I have a thing for the ribs, and I've done at least 2 2-pound racks of ribs in here. They get falling off the bone, juicy good. I mean, it's amazing. And like I said, you might stick them in the oven for about 25-30 minutes, crisp them up a little bit if you like a little bit of char, but it saves you time. And if you're a busy mom, busy dad, this is a great way to be healthy and do all the things. I got some pressure now that I introduced my sister to the crock pot, Instapot. She went and got the Fuji with the air fryer in it. So she is trying to pull me over to that side and get the air fryer. And I just may go there around Christmas because you can also dehydrate spices. You can also make some jerky, which is keto friendly, and make some jerky for the dog, some jerky for me. Just some nice doggy treats. So I'm getting wooed over from the Crock-Pot Instapot to the Fuji combo deal. So that's all. If you guys are Team Fuji, you can drop that in the comments. If you're Team Instapot, Crock-Pot Instapot, you can drop that in the comments. Love to see what your experiences are. Whether I should, make a trip over to the other side and leave my crock pot in the dust, although it's been very, very good to me. But I could talk forever about that and about cooking. I'm here for that. I will see you guys tomorrow. Be on the VIP if you're not, to know when I'm coming live. If you're not a VIP, drop VIP. There's the information on how to get on that. No Spamela Anderson on there. Just what I'm doing, what's on and popping, what's new, what's encouraging. And if we happen to have some sales, I'll let you know that too. So have a great night, be well, and remember to play with your food.